Welcome. Today we are revising KCSE CRE and we are looking at paper 1 KCSE 2015, and I'll start with reading out the questions, then later the answers. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Question 1A. State 6 similarities in the biblical stories of creation in Genesis 1 and 2. B. Identify the responsibilities given to human beings by God in biblical creation stories. C. Why should Christians in Kenya care for the environment? Question 2A. Describe the call of Abraham as found in Genesis chapter 12 from verse 1 to 9. B. Explain the characteristics of a covenant. C. Identify 7 examples of covenants made in Kenya today. Question 3A. Give 5 reasons the Israelites demanded for a king. B. What lessons can modern political leaders learn from King David? C. How do Christians in Kenya demonstrate their faith in God? 4A. State 4 differences between traditional African prophets and Old Testament prophets. B. Outline the social injustices condemned by Prophet Amos in Israel. C. In what ways is the Kenyan Church promoting justice in society? Question 5A. With the reference to the teaching of Prophet Jeremiah, judgment, state 6 ways in which God would punish the people of Judah. B. In what ways did Prophet Jeremiah suffer while carrying out his work in Judah? C. List 8 moral values that a Christian can acquire from the life of Prophet Jeremiah. 6A. List 8 places used for worship in traditional African communities. B. Give 6 reasons why sacrifices are made in traditional African communities. C. How do Christians in Kenya show respect for places of worship? Answers. Question 1A was similarities in the biblical stories of creation in Genesis 1 and 2. In both, God is the sole creator. In both, human beings are given responsibilities. That is, they have authority over God's creation. 3. In both accounts, human beings are special. That is, they share in God's image. 4. There is a sense of order in both creation stories. 5. In both stories, all created things depend on God for sustenance. Basically, He is the provider. In both accounts, God is self-existent. He existed before creation. In both stories, God is the source of life. In both, God created male and female. Question 1B. Responsibilities given to human beings by God in the biblical creation stories. Human beings are to till the land, to guard and protect the land. They should procreate, to be in charge of the fish, birds, and animals, to give names to God's creation, to feed from the plants. They should obey God's commands, to marry for companionship. Human beings should help each other, to subdue the earth. Question C. Why Christians in Kenya should take care of the environment. Christians should care for the environment in obedience to God's commands, in order to maintain its beauty, to preserve God's creation. It is the source of food, in order to preserve it for future generation, to promote a healthy surrounding, to attract tourists. Basically, we can just say for national development. Question 2. The call of Abraham is found in Genesis chapter 12 from verse 1 to 9. God told Abraham to leave his country, Haran, to the land that God would show him. God promised Abraham that He would make him a great nation. Abraham left the land of Haran as God had instructed him. Abraham was 75 years when he was called. He took his wife Sarai, Lot his brother's son, all his possessions, to the land of Canaan. They passed through Canaan to a place called Shechem. God appeared to Abraham in the land of Canaan and promised to give him land of Canaan to his descendants. Abraham built an altar for the Lord at Shechem. He moved to the mountain at the east of Bethel. He also built a altar of the Lord there, that is in Bethel, and called on the name of the Lord. Abraham journeyed on towards Negeb. Characteristics of a covenant, that is 2B. Characteristics of a covenant. It's an agreement between two individuals. Their promises, that is, a covenant is an agreement between two parties who make promises to each other. 3. Their witnesses. They are both physical and spiritual witnesses during the making of a covenant. Signs. There are physical or outward marks to remind the parties of their obligations to each other. Ceremony. That's a binding right. There are conditions, or we call them also consequences. Each party is expected to honor their part of the covenant. Seal. There are rituals performed to seal the covenant. Question 2c. Examples of covenants made in Kenya today. We have marriage, baptism, peace agreements, trade treaties, land purchase agreements, employment contracts, oath of office, ordination of church leaders. Question 3a. Reasons why the Israelites demanded for a king is found in 1 Samuel chapter 8. Samuel, who was their judge, had become old. The two sons of Samuel, Joel and Abijah, who had replaced him, were corrupt. The Israelites wanted a king who would lead them to war. They wanted a king so as to be like other nations around them. It was a reflection of their rejection of God as their king. They wanted a physical king they could see. They wanted to be governed by law. They wanted a stable, hereditary leadership. Question 3a. Reasons why the Israelites demanded for king is found in 1 Samuel chapter 8. Samuel, who was the judge, had become old. The two sons of Samuel, Joel and Abijah, who had replaced him, were corrupt. The Israelites wanted a king who would lead them to war. They wanted a king so as to be like other nations around them. It was a reflection of their rejection of God as their king. They wanted a physical king they could see. They wanted to be governed by law. They wanted a stable hereditary leadership. Question 3b. Lessons modern political leaders can learn from King David. Modern political leaders should have faith in God. They should promote worship of the true God in the nations. Modern political leaders should ask for forgiveness. They should seek advice from church leaders. They should not use their positions to oppress their subjects. Political leaders should promote unity among their subjects. They should set up proper administrative structures. Modern political leaders should establish good relations with their neighboring countries. They should secure their country from external threats. Question 3c. How Christians in Kenya demonstrate their faith in God? Through praying, through preaching, by singing or dancing for God, or composing songs, by building worshiping places, by giving tithe, by helping the needy, through forgiving others, by representing their church, by having special attires, by leading righteous lives, by observing religious festivals, by reading the Bible. Question 4a. Differences between the traditional African prophets and the Old Testament prophets. 1. The Old Testament prophets were called by God, while traditional African prophets inherited their roles. 2. Old Testament prophets delivered messages to their own people and those outside their locality, while traditional African prophets were concerned with their own communities. 3. The prophecies of the Old Testament were recorded, while those of the traditional African prophets were passed on orally. 4. Old Testament prophets spoke of the coming Messiah, while traditional African prophets did not have this concept. 5. Old Testament prophets were rejected in their communities, while traditional African prophets were liked by their communities. 6. Old Testament promoted monotheism, while traditional African prophets promoted polytheism. 4b. Social injustices condemned by Prophet Amos in Israel. There was oppression of the poor by the rich. They sold fellow Israelites into slavery. There was violence in the land. The rich lived in luxury. There was bribery in courts. There was sexual immorality in the land. There was use of faulty skills. They sold worthless wheat to others. There was misuse of garments secured as pledges. Murder of the innocent. Question 4c. Ways in which the church in Kenya is promoting justice in the society. The church teaches on the need for justice. The church condemns all forms of injustice in the society. They pray for justice to prevail in the land. Christians lead exemplary lives. The church initiates income-generating activities to create employment, encourage independence. The church assists the needy by guiding and counseling the victims of injustice, advocating for just laws. Question 5a. Ways in which God would punish the people of Judah according to the teaching of Prophet Jeremiah on judgment. Prophet Jeremiah proclaimed that the people of Judah would be invaded by an enemy from the north. The city of Jerusalem would be destroyed by a cruel nation. God would send serpents to eat them for sacrificing their sons. God would bring drought upon the land of Judah. The people of Judah would die of diseases. They would lose their inheritance. The sword would kill the people of Judah. The people of Judah would be taken to exile. Question 5b. Ways in which Jeremiah suffered while carrying out his prophetic work in Judah. There was a plot to kill Prophet Jeremiah by the people of Anathoth. He was ambushed by the prosperity of the wicked. Jeremiah suffered loneliness. He was in constant conflict with the leaders. He was mocked. The people of Judah hated Jeremiah. He was arrested. He was beaten by Pasha, the priest. Question 5c. Moral values that a Christian can acquire from the life of Prophet Jeremiah. Obedience, loyalty, perseverance, patience, self-control, courage, honesty, respect, holiness, hope, humility, justice. Question 6a. Places used for worship in traditional African communities. Under sacred trees, in caves, at riverbanks, on rocks, on mountains, in forests, in shrines, in homes of religious leaders, at graveyards. 6b. Reasons why sacrifices are made in traditional African communities. To worship God. It is a way of seeking for protection. It is a way of acknowledging God as a source of life. To seek God's help in times of trouble. To ask for forgiveness. In recognition of God's power. To thank God for victories. To ask for blessings from God. 6c. How Christians in Kenya show respect for places of worship. They maintain cleanliness in places of worship. In some cases, they remove shoes. They put flowers in places of worship. They dress decently when going for worship. Order is maintained in places of worship. Constructing beautiful places for worship. Dedicating own property in places of worship. Showing respect to church leaders. Observance and maintenance silence. Securing places of worship. Did you understand? Kindly let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what video you can look at tomorrow. Thanks a lot for subscribing and listening to me. God bless you.